Mothership started off a number of years ago as a scrappy, free, OSR-minded survival horror tabletop role-playing game, and its creators, Tuesday Night Games, earned the admiration of thousands of players and GMs. They leveraged that admiration into a big first edition box that I reviewed on this channel and have since used as both a player and GM many times. But my biggest complaint was always that I wanted the books in this product line to be more than just staple-bound zines, and also for the artwork and layout to benefit from a bit more polish and refinement. Well, they did both of those things, not with the GM and player's guides that have already been published, but with two new publications that are being released the day that this video is being published. Check this out. If you're familiar with Mothership's sort of fugly, crude style found in the zines, this book of bounties and other scenario resources for GMs is going to be a bit of a shock. This is a hardcover, stitch-bound, 332-page book containing exactly 100 bounties that each act as either a quest or a one-shot, and over 200 NPCs to fill the gaps, as well as 10 higher power bounty hunter NPCs, dozens of worlds, and a toolkit for creating new bounties, on top of a prison colony setting, a system for simulating legal battles, and a small two-sided map. Mothership's first-party adventure supplements have always had good game design sensibilities and copious dark sci-fi imagination, but they never came in a form factor this big, nor have they been this voluminous. This 8¼ inch by 10¼ inch book feels about as heavy as it could get due to the thick magazine gloss interior paper, which of course gives the colors a vibrant look. So you have a large deluxe book that's cool. It's something I've wanted from Tuesday Night Games for a while, but the second and maybe more important aspect of this supplement is something you can see right away: exquisitely organized and laid out pages. Every bounty takes on a different layout scheme, but it all screams discipline, and that means maximum readability. And this is purely a subjective thing, but I think they also picked the best possible artists for the job. Extremely good layout is nothing new for Mothership, and in fact we saw it as early as their 0 edition character sheet years ago, which brilliantly walks you through character creation. And we also see plenty of amazing layout in third-party Mothership supplements, but to see it here across 330 pages of usable material did leave me sort of gobsmacked. I think in terms of Mothership as a product line, everything changes with Wages of Sin. In my mind now, it's no longer this scrappy, staple-bound game that came in a conspicuously nice box. This is a product with a lasting legacy. Okay, I want to hear your opinion on this deluxe version of this already deluxe book. This version is a cloth-covered hardbound, and it has gold ink or whatever on the surface. I personally found that the cover is a bit of a dust magnet, and I think the only way to clean it is with a damp microfiber cloth. I just find it a bit finicky as book cover surfaces go, but clearly a lot of thought and consideration went into the special edition cover. I'd love to hear your comments down below. Internally, the cloth hardbound cover edition is identical to the regular edition, complete with double-sided map in the back. There's this whole other book that I wanted to show you that Tuesday Night Games released called Mega Damage Volume 1, or Payload 1, if you please. This is an 11-inch by 12.5-inch softcover magazine that runs 198 pages and contains interviews, fiction, comics, reviews, and a surprisingly small amount of actual gameplay supplements. It's only really tangentially related to Mothership, with everything centered around the same themes of science fiction and survival horror, but a little more loosely so. I remember Sean McCoy mentioning to me about a year before this recording that he was working on an anthology of non-game related stuff like fiction and articles, but I didn't know it would end up in such an alluring looking book as this. Just like with the Wages of Sin book, I'm really just surprised by the jumbo form factor and the layout and design artists' ability to fill these massive pages really well. You have to remember that this is a publisher who has mostly presented everything in that cute little A5 zine format, so this feels like a whole different world here. This particular magazine, if they continue to do one every year or whatever, and they can maintain the zeal and the quality found in this first volume, is going to be a must purchase for me every time. So I think the real story here isn't just that Tuesday Night Games released 2 good books, it's that they seem to have reached a new level of confidence as a publisher. For years, Mothership has been one of those games whose reputation was built almost entirely on clever design, practical usability, and genuinely inspired adventures rather than lavish production values. I mean, sure, their box is quite nice, I really like it, but that box did contain 2 staple-bound zines as the main books. Those rough edges were part of its identity, but these 2 books here demonstrate that they can retain all of those strengths while producing publications that are simply beautiful objects in their own right. Bigger, more ambitious, more polished, more usable, and more permanent. If this is the direction that Mothership is heading, then I think it has officially graduated from being an indie darling into becoming one of tabletop role-playing's all-time great science fiction game lines. Wages of Sin is easily one of the most substantial first-party resources I've ever come across in the sci-fi genre of RPGs, and Mega Damage feels like the beginning of a publication that could develop its own identity completely separate from the RPG itself. If you've already invested in Mothership, I suspect Wages of Sin is going to be an easy addition to your shelf. Mega Damage is probably more of a cool thing you read once or twice and then leave on your coffee table for everyone to know that you have extremely good taste in gaming. I'll leave links below. Remember to like and subscribe for more RPG reviews, and join the channel as a member for exclusive videos and content. I'll see you in the next one.